So there was a question posed, who's a better Cybran player, Tag Rock or Mephi? And these two players, especially Rock, very good Cybran player. But Mephi played all the other factions as well. But we'll see in Cybran which player is better on this really great Cybran map, Crag Dunes. So really not many flat surfaces. If you're Aeon here, you're kind of screwed. Although Aeon's good everywhere, you're not really screwed. You just don't get a really big advantage. You can see Mephi getting 2 factories. He's just getting pigeons with his ACU. First engine gets a little mass, gets more mass extractors and more claiming. Very similar from Tag Rock, except that Rock is going second air. So we're seeing different things here. Rock being probably going for the Jester. You can see the really big chunk of mass right there. Looks like that's where the ACU is gonna go. This is not the usual choke point for the stop ACU. Usually the ACU goes down through here, but we'll see what happens. Not too much scouting yet, so we see a few scouts at bases coming out. Might see some hunters. It's a mantis. So that's the good thing with Cybran. Their tanks are so fast you can skip the hunters completely, depending on what you want to do. Although hunters are really nice, but you can see both players going with mantis. See second ground, 5 pigeons, 6 pigeons from Mephi, 7 from Rock, and Rock is going air while Mephi is going ground. Another player going on the other side yet, just scouts the choke points, and one choke point has a mantis. And it looks like both ACUs are going to meet up on this right choke point. And here what we're looking at is just going to be 2 mantises staring across. Not too much NGs there yet, so you can see a plan for Rock here is going to get a land factory as Hydro. He's going to have 2 NGs working on this project. And in the back for Mephi, he just got a single. And it's going to be a little more power, so you can definitely see Rock's going for more power in this one. And he's going to get his Jester very soon. It's going to be very early Jester, around minute 3. And given that there is no plans for an air factory for Mephi, it could be a problem. Damn, I was playing that at 0 the whole time. That's crazy. There's going to be a lot of things happening in this one. You can see multiple mantis coming in. But 2 mantis and an Artie here should be able to take out these mantis. But we saw a retreat from the Senji, and here comes a Jester. Already at 1 kill, went directly to bases, killing off NGs, so preventing any more factories from being built. Should see a lot of flak come out. Now we see a little bit of flak from 1 factory. These power generators would be a great target. Oh yeah, the Hydra, probably the best target after he kills off the NG. 4 kills for Rock. So we see a great, and now we also see those 2 mantis come through. They avoided any defense here, while the Jester probably took all the attention from Mephi. It's a pretty large size force from Mephi. So since he saw air, he should expect to have a ground advantage at least for a little while before we can see it. It's a lot less stress here at Rock Space. It doesn't have a Jester killing things. You're going to see a lot more factories and a lot more NGs that are still alive. The Jester flies away at 5 kills. The 2 ACUs are now shooting at each other. This Jester could be trouble for Mephi's ACU. Actually a pretty big fight here on the other side. So the good thing about these anti-air units for Cybran 2 and anti-air, they can be made to shoot at ground if Mephi chooses to do so, but he didn't. That's a really nice push now from Rock, so you can see he's winning both air and ground, so completely air. See 7 kills on that Jester, and he is pushing Mephi back. See multiple productions here, 6 land factories, 7 land factories in the air. For Rock we only see that's actually 7. So but these are under attack. Not too many NGs still left alive. And some nice raiding. Looks like the middle completely belongs to Mephi now. And he is pushing forward. We also see a bomber now. Where is that Jester? Did that Jester It seems like that jester has finally died. We did see a whole bunch of flak in this area, so one of those flaks probably killed. But now we see great bombing from Rock. Still no air factory from Mephi, given that he probably has some power problems. But you see, those bombers are very effective. So Mephi just has the middle and his base. Rock is getting control of both choke points. It's a bomber, no kills yet. There's another bomber here. 5 kills, is going after the Hydra. Actually, maybe 2 more passes and the Hydra is dead. It's a bad situation for Mephi here. Still not getting any upgrades, just sort of holding this choke point. I can see, because Mephi's not able to hold his choke point, that's constant harassment on his base. And we see some bombers now coming in, going after NGs. Those are great, and you see the Hydra is dead. Somewhat of a push here against Rock's ACU. Rock being very careful, retreats. But now you see this whole force had to be called back to the base. There's bad things happening. Now if Mephi loses all this power, and it looks like he is doing that, there is some Artie here. Artie is excellent at doing this, so 4 kills but get killed. And you can see Mephi just got his Hydro back. This is a very timely Hydro for Mephi. He's just getting some more mass extractors. So early on, complete domination from Rock. The air has been completely his. He's used that really well, and actually there's a lot of mass extractors for Mephi, just the middle of the map. He's actually not doing that bad in terms of ground, but definitely had a lot more fighting going on in his base. He didn't lose too much power, and he got the Hydro back, and he hasn't been making air. So, and now we see another gesture from Rock, and here it looks like Rock is going to make a push with his ACU. He's got a lot of units in support, but just as Rock is doing that, you can see Mephi at work is making a push with his own ACU. And he's got 12 kills. He's got a choice either to go against Rock's main base or chase him down this corridor. Probably that was a really important move from Rock to kill off all the mass extractors. Mephi actually has the highest score now at minute 10. He's reclaimed 75, 100 mass. Rock 5,000. Now we can see Rock pushing in. He's at 15 kills now. This is just a terrible situation for Mephi. Well, although Mephi is doing his own thing here on the other side, and actually no units here for Rock for whatever reason, and no PDs planned, and it's just, it looks like both players are gonna. This is a really good game, as should have been expected from these two great players. You can see that the opposing commanders taking over the main starting positions in both cases here, and Rock at 25 kills in his ACU, and he's just letting his units do the killing of the factories. And you can see here 30 kills for Mephi, and both players losing factories fast, especially Rock. And you can see the opposite side. You can see a big exodus of NGs for Rock. He's going to rebuild a base somewhere. That's a good move. No reason to let him just die. But you can see it looks like Mephi is going to have a little more units left after this attack. This has been a very. It looks like there was a lot more Artie. There's much more Artie for Mephi here, and this is mostly Mantis for Rock. Whatever units he has left. So these are much slower at killing bases. So it's just the process of killing a base was much faster for Mephi. You can see Rock still has basically just an ACU and hasn't killed off much of Mephi's base. You can see Rock trying desperately to build. He needs to get some power somewhere. As soon as he loses this power up in the top corner, he's going to be in a lot of trouble if he doesn't get some power built here. His ACU is now moving in on the main base. You can see even where his armies were, he's hasn't really killed too much, and you see how quickly Mephi rebuilds. So you can build faster than the ACU can kill. And that's big trouble for Rock. It looked like he was winning the game with that early air, but as soon as Mephi just sort of took his ACU and marched into his base, and that was pretty much over from there. And it does seem like that unit choice from Mephi a lot more arty than rock. You now see air from Mephi. So he has total control of the game now. So I guess this doesn't settle who's the better Cybran player, but Mephi won this one. There's just no way Rock can come back from this. He's got no power, no nothing. And you can see he's gonna die in Mephi's base. See Mephi's ACU 34 kills, 69 for Rock, and maybe we'll see the two ACUs fight each other at the end. And Mephi using his ACU to kill off Rock's second to last unit, the last factory. You see Rock run into a lot of problems here with now 80 kills. That's a great warrior put into a corner. Yep, into a corner. And Mephi wins this one.